none here at York Hall. And what a tall order Archer and Dechaine face here.
Appleton and Melling have jumped out to a lead.
Well, they've swiped the break back. The American fans loving every minute of it.
It's 4-4 in a race to 5.
For the match. A huge point for the Americans, and once again, they find themselves 2 points clear. On paper, there can only be one winner of this match. And
Shane Van Boney, #1 player in America.
In control here over the European rookie. Ekonopoulos surges back. He doesn't just want to beat Van Boney, he wants to cook him and eat him. Fantastic performance. Nick the Greek reigns supreme.
The energy has really shifted over to the European side with that win. And Fagan is about to draw first blood. Job done.
Dennis is egging on the crowd.
I have to say, I've seen this shot tried. I've never seen it work. I have now. I've seen it work now. The cue ball nearly leaves the table, but it doesn't. What a shot from Vandenberg. The crowd is going absolutely insane. And the 9 balls down. We are tied at 4 games apiece.
Everything going Team Europe's way at the moment. This is the Dennis Hatch we've seen over the years. An unstoppable force. And it's living up to the hype. Right back where we started, Jerry. 2 apiece in the race to 5.
And the hatchet man needs a bit of a miracle now.
The 9 down, another point. The Mosconi Cup is getting hotter and hotter.
I think they saved the best for last tonight. Well, the pressure's on Team USA here. They need this match.
Both balls simultaneously. The European juggernaut motors on. Under these circumstances, these are the guys you'd want if you're a Team USA fan. Listen for the sound. The American fans a chance to cheer. What a clearance! The Mosconi Cup goes into day 3 deadlocked.
Yeah, deadlocked and nicely set up for tonight as well. Here's confirmation of last night's results. The Europe wins in the middle, sandwiched between the 2 American ones at the start and at the end. But the most important thing is, in the race to 11, it's tied at 5-5. We finish tomorrow night. My old buddy Jim White is with me now. Firstly, how noisy is it in here, Jim?
I mean, you can barely hear yourself think. Just imagine how the European players want to get these guys into it again.
There were so many games last night which could have gone either way and could have meant so much. Firstly, how important was Nick Ekonopoulos' win when he was playing the best player in America? No one expected him to win that game.
Well, he definitely beat the odds, no question about that. But it also kicked off a string of 3 European wins, and he got the juggernaut rolling, definitely.
We have to mention Chris Mellon, who, for my money, played 2 different games. The first one, by his own admission, not a good game for him. There was a very important ball towards the end where he had to slow roll the 1 and stay in the middle of the table for the 2, and he missed the pot. Then he came out at the end for his game and was just like a completely different player, wasn't he?
Yeah, Chris is very much a flowing player, though. I mean, he was a great snooker player, but when Chris gets going, he plays at a very fast pace. Tough to play with as a partner, but when he's on his own, Andy, he showed you what he can do.
I got so many tweets about what we're going to show you. I know you've just seen it, I know that, but it's well worth seeing again. I called it yesterday, everyone's called it yesterday, as probably the greatest ever shot in Mosconi Cup history.
I have to say, I've seen this shot tried. I've never seen it work. I have now.
Jim White, just tell me, in your opinion, how good a shot is that? How impossible is that?
You know something, it was made even more critical because the shot clock was winding down, and that just accentuated the drama to the shot. But to bring that implement out, run back to the chair, get it out with seconds to play, you just can't say enough about it.
In day number 1 and day number 2, we had 2 singles matches and 3 doubles. Tonight, however, we flipped it around, so it's 3 singles and 2 doubles. The Europeans look good in the singles, yet to lose one.
the trend continues, I mean, you've got to fancy Europe today. They've owned singles play.
These are the matches we've had. These are just the singles matches, hence why it says 4-0. But Niels Fine, Darren Appleton, Nick Ekonopoulos and Chris Mellin have all won their singles. And bearing in mind that there's 3 more tonight and tomorrow is all singles, they must fancy their chances.
You cannot win the Mosconi Cup unless you dominate singles play. To this point, Europe has dominated singles play. America's got to turn it around to have any chance.
Now, yesterday we saw Jim catch up with the Americans, and very much like yesterday, Jim had absolutely nothing in his diary, so we sent him off to the pub to speak to the Europeans and find out if they are as confident tonight about the singles as they have been all week.
Well, I guess if I find a pool table in the East End of London, it's very likely I'm going to find 2 of the game's more diligent practicers. And guys, you're 2 of the European stalwarts, and what a day 2 you had yesterday. The Mosconi Cup goes into day 3 deadlocked.
Mixed bag really for us. I mean, I felt as if with our play we could have easily won the session 5-0. Johnny's really carrying that team. Johnny's single-handedly carried that team.
Have the ball right on the left and then spin it that way? Is that what you're talking about? Cut it to the left, right? And then spin it right.
Yeah,
okay.
I can do that.
Go ahead.
If it wasn't for him, the score would be like 8-2 to us easily. For me, I've played really good in this event, but I've lost 3-5-4s without having an opportunity. So 9 ball's 9 ball, but the main thing yesterday was to win the session 3-2, and we're confident going into the last 2 days.
Yeah, but Nikos's match, Niels, I mean, you have to admit it was inspirational, and he just passed the baton to you guys, and you flew with it.
Yeah, because if he loses that match, that was the score there was 4-2. If he loses there, it's 5-2, and then that's past or almost halfway, and it's not a good score to start with,
Like the way he beat Shane Van Bonen, he wasn't giving it, he beat him. You know what I mean? I mean, like the last 2 racks, he pulled out 2 really big finishes, and he made a great shot on the 9 ball to win the match. Because under pressure, when the cue ball's up there and the 9 ball's here, it's a tough shot for anybody.
He doesn't just want to beat Van Bonen, he wants to cook him and eat him. Fantastic performance. I've got to ask you about the jump shot. Your partner Nick Vandenberg, you were in the chair, you came out of the chair, this implement that he used, it looked like a high bridge, and what a shot he played there.
Well, what happened is the 5 was here, and I'm trying to draw back out here, so he's got an angle, right, and the 8's here. It was more there, yeah. And I put him right behind it. And I already used my extension.
So it was your fault he played that great shot.
It was my fault, and Nick comes over and he's got like 12 seconds left, and he's coming over and he says, "Where's that thing? Where's that thing?" I said, "What thing? What are you talking about?" He says, "The thing that Darren's friend Roy Kimberly gave in the practice room." And I said, "What?" So he grabs his extension with the high bridge, and he's got 3 seconds or 2 seconds left, and he jumps that thing over and he makes it. And I mean, the energy and the crowd, it was unbelievable.
The cue ball nearly leaves the table, but it doesn't. What a shot!
Well, I'm sure not surprised seeing you guys practice here, and you are 2 of the main clogs on the European wheel for sure. And 5-5, it's all to play for, guys. All the best of luck from here on.
Thanks,
Jim.
Cool.
Yeah, it's all to play for. Darren Appleton tells me won over £50 off you, is that right? You played afterwards and we didn't see that.
No, he never potted a ball.
Let me ask you, those 2, Niels Fine and Darren Appleton, are they key to success for Team Europe?
You know something, out of all the European players, I mean, they've all looked good, but right now, Darren and Niels, for my money, they look the best. They're rock solid, they're in control of their emotions, and when they're at the table, they never look like missing.
Okay, finally, I asked you on night 1 who was going to win. You said America. You changed it to Europe, I'm guessing because this lot might get a bit tasty if you went back the other way. Who's going to win now?
You know something, Andy, it really is close. I still like the way Europe is dominating the singles play. I think that trend might continue. I think Europe might just find themselves 1 point ahead going into day 4.
Well, these are the matches coming your way tonight, and as you can see, the first one is a big old game of doubles.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome. We are coming to you live from
represent the partypoker.com Mosconi Cup. It's coming to you live here on Sky Sports HD. A race to 5, a 30-second shot clock, and our referee in charge of the action is Michaela Tam. It's time to make the players. This is doubles, and here we go. Introducing to you firstly, representing Team USA, the fireball Mike Dechaine and the rookie Brandon Shuff. Champions, representing Team Europe, would you please welcome Nick Vandenberg and Ekonopoulos.
A noisy night in London's East End is about to get even noisier. It's the first match on day 3. Let's join the dastardly and mutley of the commentary world. It's Jay Fossey, and first up, Jim White.
Well, it's at your call, and if it's not noisy, it's not the Mosconi Cup. Day 3 as finally poised as any pool fan could have asked for it to be. 5 points apiece in the race to 11. There'll be 2 doubles matches today, Jerry, 3 singles matches. I said I thought the trend would continue and Europe might just find themselves in front. Looking at the layout here on day 3, what are your thoughts?
If the energy from last night transfers to tonight, USA could be in a bit of trouble because the European spirits have really been lifted. It's all a matter of can America just put themselves together, get their attitude up, and play pool.
Well, the pairing here, Mike Dechaine, Brandon Shuff, up against the 2 Nicks, Ekonopoulos and Vandenberg. And the lag won by the Americans, and believe it or not, the lags are 5 apiece coming into this one, just like the score.
Lag very important in a short race because you got the first chance to control the table. Mike Dechaine, of course, has made a legal break. He's put the 1 ball in the side pocket, but the 2 ball, well, it has run and hid in a safe place.
And now, if you're looking for experience from Team USA, don't look to these 2.
Push out.
I think C.J. Wiley is playing a little bit of a wild card pairing these 2 together.
Yeah, a bit risky, but it could pay off. Now, Shuff is called a push out, which means he can shoot the cue ball anywhere on the table he wants. He does not have to make a good hit, but then his opponent has the option of taking that shot or giving it back.
Vandenberg, far and away the most experienced of all the 4 campaigners at the table right now, and he's the first to have a look at this shot. And as you said, Jerry, he can pass it back.
Yeah, he won't if he can play the 2 ball off the rail and have it carry him off the 6. But no, he's measuring up a safety to hide the cue ball behind the 3 ball. They passed it back.
Yeah, Vandenberg, 6 appearances in the Mosconi Cup, sits down. More than the other 3 players combined.
Yes.
And of course, Shuff and Ekonopoulos, sorry, are
Ekonopoulos.
First day with the new lips. Ekonopoulos making their debuts here this year. And a shot. A little glimmer of hope for the Europeans.
Well, he really just has to think about the shot. Position's going to be fairly automatic.
Extension.
Right now he's working on whether or not that 5 ball will pass past the 6 ball to go into the corner later on.
Yeah, just showing you where he wants to be. He's given himself the 2. The natural angle takes the cue ball back up to there. But it's early days, and you know that the nerves are still tingling. When aren't they?
Yeah, really. But he's got to be in high spirits after the day he had yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Great shot. Nicely judged.
He put that cue ball exactly where he wanted it. That's just where he was measuring from.
You know, I really like in the pre-match interview, didn't really say it, but Darren Appleton and Niels were both delighted that Ekonopoulos made the European squad. They told me as much, Jerry. That speaks volumes.
Well, he had an excellent year. He was a little shaky the first day here at the Mosconi Cup, but boy, last night he came on like a screaming banshee.
Well, they've got this rack right where they want it. Every time you see a player threaten to play a shot behind his back, the crowd oohs and ahs. Is he hard enough?
Oh, he needs it to move.
I'm not sure. Oh, he might just have got there. It is so close, but it didn't need to be that close. He's there, just.
Well, he was stretching for that shot. Made it a bit tougher.
Quietly now, please. Thank you.
But this should be Europe's rack. They should be able to claim the first mark tonight.
Didn't strike that one clean either, but it dropped. And a very partisan crowd, as you'd expect.
Yeah, that kissed both sides of the pocket before going in.
And it's going to be Team Europe to open their account here on day 3.
And Vandenberg has the honor of sinking the first 9 ball on day 3. A lot more to go, but at least Europe's off the mark.
And again, a lot of support. We've seen this right from day 1. A lot of support from the teammates, the non-playing captain. They're all there. All for one, one for all. And the Americans, Dechaine on the left, Shuff on the right.
And here's the look at the safety that just went wrong. That was Brandon Shuff that fired this off and left the shot for Vandenberg that allowed them to clear the rack.
Yeah, the double kiss on the 5 looked to have taken him. He wanted that cue ball to track down towards the corner pocket. When it double kissed the 5, came out into the middle of the table. It wasn't what Shuff wanted to see.
Thank you.
And they swiped the break against the serve effectively for America. So now it's Team Europe at the table, 1-0 in the race to 5.
That's dry.
And a shot at the 1. And one good positional shot from the 1 to the 2 here, Jerry, and the hard work may have been done.
Exactly. That 1 ball wanted the side pocket, but the side pocket rejected it.
Just needs that off the side cushion. Good shot from Mike there. These 2 young guns, without a doubt, the future of pool in America. And they don't want it to be a baptism of fire here for Brandon Shuff and his very first Mosconi Cup.
Dechaine just has to move the cue ball back up table for the 4. First, you've got to make that ball. Well, the European side should not be so excited. That's not an easy shot unless you kick at it.
Still wobbly, Jerry. Very wobbly from Mike Dechaine.
Please.
I don't think either one of these players have played anywhere near to their potential. But all that does is it raises the hopes for Europe.
It does, and you just have to hope that the Americans will put the errors behind them, because Mike Dechaine plays 2 gears ahead of what you just saw. Can he really cut that in? I thought it was too close to the rail. Yeah. A safety.
Pretty easy kick, though. And you should be able to play this with an element of safety in mind. Off 2 cushions. And Brandon would expect to get this safe. If he hits this flush off that second cushion, he would expect to put some distance between the cue ball and the 3, maybe even leave the cue ball there, and hopefully keep it behind the 7.
But it's up to you. Whatever you want to do. Extension.
So off the 2 cushions and into the 3. And he'd like to knock the 3 up table. Ideally on this path. That would be perfect.
25 seconds.
Keep that cue ball ducking behind that 7. Oh, he's jumping. Well, I guess we'll see how this one turns out. This looks risky to me. The kick looked very easy.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what he has in mind here.
Now, of course, it's easy to say, but I almost felt like he had to get lucky to get this one safe. And if nothing else, playing the other shot would have been guaranteed to put distance between them. But you never want to second guess these guys.
Can you sit down, boys, please?
Yeah, but Mike and Brandon right now, they're surrounded by confusion.
Well, this man's not confused. Vandenberg has shown us some beautiful focus all week long. I haven't seen any negativity in Vandenberg this week.
I mean, Darren Appleton again alluded to it earlier. You know, 4 matches have gone hill-hill. America's won every one of them. Split those, and it's 7-3 Europe.
Yeah.
So, in all fairness, the 5-5 score, as it sits, really does flatter USA.
Well, it does. We know that Europe has a pretty good lead in racks, and yet the score on the matches are tied, so. America a bit fortunate on those double hills. Their curse so far has been the singles matches, which you mentioned earlier, and they've got to cure that.
You don't win the Mosconi Cup unless you own the singles play, Jerry. Day 4 is all singles play. So you better take some momentum into that.
The key here, obviously, is to keep the 9-ball out of your life when you shoot that 8-ball.
The only danger there was overdrawing it, and obviously played that nicely.
Nick will just use a little draw back and forth across the table.
every ball that Ekonopoulos pots, you just know his confidence and comfort are solidifying, Jerry. He is definitely becoming a Mosconi Cup teammate.
Yeah, this is definitely adding to his experience quotient, and his confidence, like you say, is going sky high.
Yeah, it was the misses from Team USA. The first one here, an open 3 from Mike Dechaine, and that second effort, questionable really. I mean, had it worked out, hindsight's always 20/20, but Mike is still smiling. You got to stay positive. It's a race to 5, alternating break format. They got to hold serve here, no doubt about that.
Yeah, this definitely a must-win rack for Team USA. They can bring it to 2-1, which is easy to deal with. But if it goes to 3-0 in a race to 5, they'll be in deep trouble.
2-0. Thank you.
Yeah, that was a good break. And fully deserving of an opportunity. Now he's going to have to do something special, though, to get from the 2 to the 3 here.
Well, we saw this shot played yesterday by Fayen, and he twisted that cue ball straight down table off that rail.
Yeah, what he's doing now is he's looking at banking it and leaving the cue ball there. Right about there. So he is going to bank this. He could cut it into the side. The bank gives his partner a chance at the 3. This is what Team USA need. They need to knock in a few balls, settle into this match, and put some heat on Team Europe.
Yeah, go clear through a rack and warm your arm up.
We'll be here for the 6, right?
Sure.
Yeah, anywhere right here.
This is what I like, though. When players think out loud, work together. I mean, Johnny Archer, what I've really liked from his game is he just says whatever you like.
Yeah.
Whatever you think.
Yeah, he gives his advice, then he gets out of the way.
If you need to. It's not going to catch.
Yeah, just a little short.
Whatever you want.
The rest of this American team is really leaning on the experience of Archer, and he's giving them all he's got.
Jerry, from the outset, you could see it. Archer has been as solid as I've ever seen him in past Mosconi Cups. He has been everything that Team USA could have asked for here. Great shot from Brandon there. Great shot from Brandon. And you heard Mike.
Well, this will do a lot for the American team just to win this one rack and get their energy back. That's huge.
It is, Jerry, and like I say, it also sends that message across to the other seats. That's of equal importance.
Dechaine gets it done. They now trail in this match 2-1. But that's a whole lot better than it could have been. We'll be right back with a lot more Mosconi Cup action from York Hall.
You can't believe how fast your life can change. As a football coach, you work a tremendous amount of hours. But I don't think 10 minutes go by where you don't think about Lauren's condition. She was diagnosed with a condition that can cause tumors anywhere there's a nerve. And I just remember thinking, man, I wish I could help out. I wish there was a way. Lawrence First and Goal, it's become the biggest football camp in the country. We've raised over $1.5 million now. I'm extremely lucky to be Lauren's dad because she's taught me more than I can ever teach her.
30 for 30, presented by Buick Verano.
It was extremely difficult to convince athletes to talk to us about this issue. Athletes have a lot of pride, they're very competitive, there's a lot of ego involved, so those players who have experienced financial difficulties aren't proud of that and aren't eager to necessarily share it with the world. And I give a lot of credit to all the athletes who participated and spoke with us.
Touchdown! And here comes the dunk! Everyone loves to dunk.
Will he dunk it? Yes, he will.
McDonald's tender, juicy Chicken McNuggets in creamy ranch and spicy buffalo sauce. Just $4.99 for 20 of your favorite Chicken McNuggets.
Will he dunk it? Yes, he will.
More ways to love McNuggets.
On my journey across America, I found new ways to tell people about saving money. This is Bobby. Say hello, Bobby. Hello, Bobby! Do you know you could save hundreds on car insurance over the phone, online, or at your local Geico office? Tell us, Bobby, what would you do with all those savings?
I'm a bit of a ventriloquist. Your lips are moving.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Would you shine a little bit brighter, climb a little bit higher? Tell me, would you shine for me? Yeah.
Nicely positioned here. Day 3, there's your order of play. It's a 2-1 lead to the Europeans. Lots to play for. 2 doubles matches, 3 singles before they hit the sack and think about the finals day. Vandenberg at the table. Just doing a little bit of greenskeeping right now. But they've already secured momentum here, even though Team USA, a much needed rack win in the last one. They know if they hold serve, they're home and dry.
Vandenberg puts the ball down. He needs the shape on this 2, and he's got it.
Yeah, he'll like this. Vandenberg, the man who produced one of the most electrifying Mosconi Cup shots of all time yesterday. And we can only wonder what he's going to show us. Is he going to dip into that hat and weave a little bit more magic for us? Best player in Athens and the last man to make up the European side. Ekonopoulos here at the table. Difficult shot from the 2 to the 3.
He's putting in a lot of draw on the ball.
Yeah, just checked off that cushion. He needed to just dig into it a little bit more, Jerry, and it's flicked the 4, but if nothing else, they can still retain the initiative. Vandenberg with a couple colors to try and duck behind here, and I expect him to get there.
Oh yeah, he should be deadlocked right up between the 6 and 7.
Extension.
Calling for the extension. You can see those 2 colors, top left corner. And he'd like to take the cue ball just off the 2 cushions and Just try and get it right back into those two colors, using them as cover. Well, look at this.
He went for the aggressive option with a bit of a double because he might have gotten safe, but I don't believe he did.
Again, you know, if he's played that, he had to have played it with two shots in mind, and that would have been trying to use the other two balls as cover. Gosh, he had such an easy snooker there, though, behind those two colors, Jerry.
Yeah.
Second time. This time it's Team Europe that throws me a curve.
Oh, Brandon.
But this is a big opportunity for the Americans. A real big opportunity as Shuff sees that one, wills that one to drop.
He should just be able to come back out to the center of the table. He doesn't have to get into any tight spots or anything. This table should belong to America now.
Questionable shot selection from Nick Vandenberg, and that's what's given Team USA the opportunity. I bet you anything you want, Nick would like to have that shot over again.
Oh yeah. It's one thing to have an opponent beat you in a match, but it's another thing to know that you lost the match because of something you did. Mike Dechaine put away the 9-ball that ties us up. We're going to be at 2 games apiece right now.
Yes. And C.J. Wiley quick down to let his troops know. Quite happy with the last 2 racks. And I'll tell you, Wiley is going to look like a genius if these two pull out a win in this match. The Americans have only dropped 1 doubles match here in the first 2 days. They've owned doubles play. Europe's owned singles play. Bit of a contrast to what you might think would be the conventional way to the finish line, but that's the way it's been.
It's really been the opposite of the past years where Europe took the doubles and America took the singles.
There's Tony Drago, 2-time Mosconi Cup member. The Tornado in attendance here, and I was talking to him a little earlier. He'd love to be out there, Jerry.
Oh yeah, Tony loves the camera and he's such a great showman. The crowds just eat him up.
Boys.
Rack number 5. 2-2, wing ball down, legal break. Got a chance at the 1, and the 2's over the corner. 1 good shot here from Brandon.
Take another look. Definitely legal break, but that is 1 long, tough shot on that 1 ball for this young man.
It really is. And it's easily the toughest shot that they might face in this rack. If he knocks this in, the rest will look after itself. But that's a big if.
Stop it.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot from Brandon Shuff there. Even Mike Dechaine.
Yeah, I saw no hesitation at all. He acted like he owned that ball.
And what a time for Brandon Shuff to start coming good. If he starts showing the form we all know he's capable of, yeah, well, he's going to turn a few heads. Right there, Brandon. Off that side cushion, that's exactly where you want to take the white.
Cue ball tracking just where he pointed.
Maybe a little straighter than he would have liked, but I think Mike can stun this in and just force the angle. Well, he's got a bit of angle. That's perfect because he wants angle on the 6. Make it easy for Brandon to just float that cue ball over the other side of the table. what a turnaround from these two.
Yeah, Brandon suddenly is very calm and collected.
And I'll tell you something else, Jerry. That's contagious. When you start looking like you're in complete control of your nerve and your emotion, your partner sees that, and it settles him down.
If he can bring that cue ball right back to where it is now, Mr. Dechaine will be a happy man on the 9-ball.
And I also like what Michaela Tabb's doing. She's just letting the crowd know. No noise when the players are over the shot. Well done. She's taking command of the crowd. And I'll tell you what, Jerry, now when the players are down, you can hear a pin drop. No more going and on. Won the last 3 racks, Team USA, and it's a 3-2 lead.
You can't believe how fast your life can change. As a football coach, you work a tremendous amount of hours. But I don't think 10 minutes go by where you don't think about Lauren's condition. She was diagnosed with a condition that can cause tumors anywhere there's a nerve. And I just remember thinking, man, I wish I could help out. I wish there was a way. Lauren's First and Goal, it's become the biggest football camp in the country. We've raised over $1.5 million now. I'm extremely lucky to be Lauren's dad because she's taught me more than I can ever teach her.
30 for 30, presented by Buick Verano.
Ben Johnson was clearly the guy who they didn't think would rise at all at the beginning, but soon developed very, very, very quickly. Increased his size and his muscles, and that's obviously where the steroids came in. Scandals that have hit baseball, you know, and scandals that have hit all of the sports. Doesn't seem to decline the popularity of those sports.
Everyone loves to dunk.
Will he dunk it? Yes, he will.
McDonald's tender, juicy Chicken McNuggets in creamy ranch and spicy buffalo sauce. Just $4.99 for 20 of your favorite Chicken McNuggets.
Will he dunk it? Yes, he will.
More ways to love McNuggets.
So what I'm saying is people like options. I mean, you take Geico, you can call them anytime you feel like saving money. It don't matter, day or night. Use your computer, your smartphone, your tablet, whatever. The point is, you have options. Ah, how convenient. Oi, crab cakes, what are you looking at?
Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
A very confident-looking Brandon Shuff there, and it was a terrific opening one that laid the foundation for the victory in that rack. Boy, that really puts his partner in a good place. Tons of confidence. When you know your other half is doing the job, it makes your work a lot easier. And now it's down to Team Europe to reply. Ekonopoulos carefully placing that cue ball.
Well, they get to stay at the table, but it's not going to be a fun stay with an opening shot like this. As you can say, he made the wing ball in the corner pocket, but boy, he's got very little to play with here.
Yeah, Nikos lost the cue ball there for sure. I mean, that's the last place you want to bring that cue ball, because how often does the one ball or the two balls stay down there?
Well, that's the thing about the cut break. You know, it sends that one ball to the side pocket, but it is very, very possible to lose the cue ball behind the rack instead of bringing it out to center table where you want it.
Yeah, this looks like just a push out right about where he's holding his Q-tip here. And the reason he's pushing there, even though he's leaving a shot at the one, it doesn't afford position to the two.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I'm looking for a safety. I'm not sure if they're going to give this back or not, but
they'll discuss it.
He banks it straight back and sends the cue ball over to the top left.
Missing on the top side of the 7, going 1-2 back. You know what I'm saying?
I like it. Do you want to shoot it or do you want me to shoot it?
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try to make the one in that top left-hand corner.
And I love whatever you want to do, brother.
Extension.
Extension.
Yeah, they've had a good chat about it. He even decided who was going to shoot the shot. Gotta love hearing these guys discuss some of these shots and the options.
Very creative fellows. Some of the plans they come up with are amazing.
He wasn't trying that. He just doesn't want the cue ball to go in the corner. That was all about safety. And Chris Melling looking on. We'll be seeing him here on day 3. He'll be coming up in singles play. Your second to last match of the day.
But you can also go here.
He'll actually be playing the man at the table. Maybe he's on a scouting mission here, Jerry. He'll be playing Brandon Shuff in the 4th match.
Well, he does have an alley.
Great shot. Fantastic shot on the one. Fully deserving of better position than he has.
Yeah, that cue ball really swirled going across the table, which took it right into the 7 ball.
You have to be impressed when you see the way Nikos has played here. A Mosconi Cup debutant.
He's going to play the 2 ball into the corner off of the 4. Should carry him straight into the corner pocket.
And should provide the victory line. They saw it. Great shot from Vandenberg there.
Thank you.
At this moment, both teams are fearless.
You don't back into Mosconi Cup victories, Jerry. You got to go in through the front door. And you got to shoot your way in. Now, one more good shot here. And you can see, as you would expect, not many empty seats here at York Hall. Big shot here for Vandenberg. He's got to get position to the 5.
Be curious to see how close he comes to that side pocket on his way back. Not that close. As long as he's not straight in, he's fine.
Yeah, he is pretty straight, and that's why he was kind of shrugging his shoulders there. All he can do is roll through here, and Nick's going to have to make that 7 in one of the long corners. It's going to be bottom right. He almost traveled a little too far with the cue ball, Jerry. You'd like to have been a little straighter so Nick would have been able to get him nice and close to the 8, but you can see just off angle here. He's going to have to leave him a tricky 8, even if he gets the 7.
Yeah, otherwise he's got to hit it too firmly.
You saw him shaking his head. That wasn't the best shot that Ekonopoulos has ever played. And this isn't the best shot that Nick Vandenberg's ever played. even though he probably got as good as he could considering the line that cue ball was tracking down. But he certainly didn't intend Nikos playing the 8 in this corner.
Thank you.
Good recovery. Good recovery.
And now a long 9 ball. Sure, he's got an open pocket, but any long shot can be missed.
Yeah, you got the right guy at the table, though. Vandenberg has been a rock. Dead center of the pocket. And the clenched fist. 3-3. Still a ways to go, Jerry. Maybe a little early for a celebration.
Way too early for a celebration. 3-3 in a race to 5. We were talking about coin flips earlier. We've got one here.
Well, the Americans have the break in the next.
And the crowd encouraging the boys.
Yeah, the shot that you called, Jerry, off the 4 into the corner pocket. Nicely played. For me here, they got a little lucky because he didn't intend the 8 into that corner.
No, not at all. But you know, both these boys are pulling out the tough ones when they have to. You can't take anything away from them.
Rack 7, USA to break, 3 racks each.
Pivotal point in this match, though, right here.
Thank you.
A big break. Shuff needs.
He's made a wing ball, but there's nothing for the 1.
Yeah, Shuff needed a good break there. He and his partner, Dechaine. No shot at the 1.
No idea.
Let's listen.
I like pushing out, put the 9 on top of the 4 or underneath of it or something. Tie something up.
Push.
Push out.
Well, Brandon's asked him to tie
What do you think
something
about
up.
putting the 2 ball right here? Putting the 2 ball right here. And then kicking out the 1 behind it. You know what I'm saying? Lightly. Kicking the 1 behind it lightly.
Okay.
Push.
Well, we know the plan.
Well, didn't tie anything up. So obviously, Mike had different ideas to what Brandon suggested.
Kick at it lightly and put the cue
And he
ball.
expects to get this back.
Or kick at it, hang it up. You can also play it. All right, go ahead.
And he did. Now,
Reset the clock,
we'll
please.
see if that master plan is still on course. He's looking exactly where he wants the cue ball to contact the cushion. He's looking for a full hit, Jerry, and obviously trying to keep that cue ball behind cover.
Coming in and from this angle, though, there's always the danger of a scratch. If he hits the wrong part of that 1 ball, cue ball will be headed right toward the pocket.
Wow. Not bad. Not bad at all. With a 3-3 score in our first match of day number 3 here in the York Hall, every little shot, good or bad, under the magnifying glass.
Our next break will be Team Europe, so it's very important now that America claim this rack if at all possible. So I expect once they get an opportunity, they're going to be pretty aggressive.
Chance.
Nope, that did not work for Nick at all. And Brandon Shuff comes to the table with a great opportunity.
It looked to me like he was trying to knock that one in where he contacted it. As you said, a chance at the 1, Jerry. Position to the 2, not quite so easy. Look at all that traffic on the left-hand side of the table. You got to avoid it all.
Yeah, he's trying to check it off the first rail. No, he wasn't. He's trying to extend it.
That was the danger. All those balls on the left-hand side. It couldn't have finished any worse. Look at that.
That's 9 ball.
Well, and you don't really want to say that it's bad luck because he obviously didn't intend cue ball going into those colors on the left-hand side, but didn't really deserve to be hooked or snookered, did he?
Extension.
And now he needs to trust to luck a little bit here.
Yeah, because this is a very open table. And there are just not many places to hide.
Oh! Hello!
Well, that's a whole nother story.
How do you spell relief? Yeah, look at this shot again and again.
Settle down, please.
Oh, what a shot from Brandon, too. He comes with a big one.
Now it's the 5-6 combination into the side pocket. He's got to plot the path of the 5 and the cue, so he's got another shot on the 5 ball.
Oh, a little closer to the side pocket than he would have liked, and he's also left Brandon hampered, cueing right over the 7, and Mike knows that he could have done a better job there.
Gonna get to leave a long shot on the 7.
Now, what a shot from Brandon Shuff again. Is this the same guy that looked like the weak link the first 2 days?
I don't think so.
Man, has he come to play today?
Yeah, he has really changed his attitude and the way he's attacking the table. What gets me is just his stance and his pace is totally changed. He just looked weak before, and now he looks very, very strong. And he's playing very, very strong.
The Americans have yet to lose the first match in either day 1 or day 2. And the way these two are performing, you've got to fancy their chances here on day 3.
Mike Dechaine deposits 9-ball number 4 in this match for Team USA. That was a must-win rack for them, and they came through. They lead 4-3, but it's Europe's break.
Dennis Hatch slapping Brandon's hand. Might have bruised it. Look at this shot again. And just when you thought it was safe to go into the water. Brilliant shot from Mike Dechaine.
We have seen some amazing kick shots this week. That's about the 3rd or 4th really, really tough kick that I've seen go right in the heart of the pocket.
But Brandon, a couple of the shots that he pulled out in that rack, also a testament to how well he's cueing.
Yeah, these guys are playing well together.
You just wonder if they may not be getting over the jet lag a bit, Jerry.
It certainly appears so. They both look rested, no bags under the eyes or anything. So I think they're very, very comfortable at this moment. And, this has got to give a lift to the whole American team to see these two youngsters out there playing top-notch pool.
And they're enjoying it. Mike smiling ways, rubbing his hands. It's chilly out there. Let me tell you, it's cold in London. A little colder than what a lot of these people are used to. And it's chilly out there in York Hall. But the action is really heating up. Rack number 8 of a possible 9. 4-3 to Team USA for a vital point. The race to 5. Cue ball. Look at the 9. Oh, you don't think they wanted that to stay on the table. It would have been over early. Brandon over to that corner pocket. yelling, whoa, whoa. If that 9 hung up, this would have been over.
As it is, instead of a golden break, they turn the table over with ball in hand.
And in fairness, Jerry,
thank you.
Should be over anyway.
Yeah.
Better shot. I like it. You like that better? Looks so easy.
Yeah, I see Brandon just letting Mike know. You don't need to be stretching and pulling that cue ball back. Use the angles.
If that ball to slow a bit, he's left a bit of a tester here, more of a shot than he needed to leave.
Yeah, a lot more. Mike kind of banging his cue on the floor. He's left it tough for his partner.
Extension.
Extension.
Cut it in, go straight up and down.
And what's more, Brandon having to stretch at this has gone back for his cue extension. That doesn't make things any easier. This opportunity, Jerry, they've got to put this one in the bank, and they know it.
Dechaine is still a bit upset at himself over that last shot of his. He didn't like the shape he got. And now he's really got a tough shot.
You know, our colleague Jay Halford noted the other day that every time you play one bad positional shot, it tends to carry over. It's exactly what's happening here.
Yeah, when you get out of line, you tend to stay out of line. Boy, this is a real tough shot, and there was no need for it, really.
Yeah, you can't expect him to knock this one in. Oh! Look at this! Oh, that's cruel. To knock a ball in like that, not drop on the 5. That's the best shot for me that Mike Dechaine's played. From right out of the jaws of the corner pocket. There's no way I thought he'd knock that in.
15 seconds, you see it?
I wonder. He's got to go.
Trying to twist it in. And he did it! Oh, shades of Nick Vandenberg. A great shot at the last moment.
And I think the cue ball has traveled far enough. You'll be seeing that one on the highlight reel. Look at this. Watch the cue ball. Bounces with the action, the side spin.
And the way he threw that object ball away from... Oh! How can that happen? How can that happen? Europe given an opportunity. Oh, man, what a crucial time for this miss.
Quieten down now, please.
That was the last thing that Mike Dechaine expected. They've got to forget about it. They've got the break in the last, the Americans. Put that out of their minds. They'll break in the decider. Forget about it, Mike. It's over. And Brandon trying to let him know.
We're gonna get our opportunities, brother. Just break them good for me.
Quietly, please.
Now you've got the veteran leaning on the rookie for support.
Well, a veteran of one extra Mosconi Cup anyway. The shots that the Americans pulled out there, I can't believe Europe's winning this rack. But they are. And once again, buckle up. Hill. In our opening match on day 3.
All these matches going hill just proves how close these two teams are.
These races to 5 are nerve-wracking. They've got to be as tough for players and fans to watch as they are to be out there playing.
Take a look look at this shot one more time. He twists the object ball into the pocket and the cue ball down table. And there's the celebration from the man.
He couldn't believe the 6 stayed on the table. Neither could he.
That's a bad day at the office. And we've all had them. But these guys, their office has spectator seating.
Thank you.
CJ looks on. Another 4-4 match. Can the USA possibly win another one? They've owned these Hill matches and they get the first chance. And it's a good one.
Yeah, there you see the table. The way it's set up, he does have a shot at the 2-ball.
Mike and Brandon, you've got the chance to erase the memory of that last rack. This is the one that counts.
Brandon now has the added pressure if he knows he's got to get good shape for Dechaine. He does not want to leave Dechaine a tester.
He spoke too soon, Jer.
That's enough.
All he can do is roll this in. He's going to leave the 3. And very likely going to be leaving an angle where the cue ball is going to go into the 6. He's just got to slow roll this. And now Brandon's got to get over the right-hand side of the table. Can he draw and miss the 9 here?
That's the question. Get across without colliding with anything.
It's got to go, got to travel.
Boy, Brandon is really proving to be a backbone now.
This is the big shot in the rack.
Extension.
Extension.
This is the shot right here. The 4 up the side cushion into the corner. If it disappears, he should be on the 6.
Actually, I like drawing it back into the 6.
But this is far from easy.
Can't do it.
And you know that Mike is still fighting that missed 6 in the last rack.
It better not be in his mind now. Must have been. He did get a bit fortunate with the lead, however.
Well, that wasn't easy, Jerry.
No, it wasn't. But it's another misstep for Mr. Dechaine, and every one of those takes another nick out of your soul.
Extension.
Yeah, and he's a confident young man. The youngest on Team USA at 25 years of age. Keep your head up, Mike. There'll be plenty more chances. But if Nick knocks this one in, you got to fear the worst if you're a Team USA fan.
Vandenberg just comes through time after time after time. He is a perpetual motion shot maker.
So solid in crunch time is Vandenberg. And Michaela, again, calling order.
Draw back. 5 seconds.
Well, America had it and they let it go. And Europe, ever eager to pounce on any opportunity, and boy, have they made the most of them.
Thank you.
It's there, dead center, and a nice angle on the 8. Darren Appleton, he can't even sit.
For Darren, it's easier when he's on the table.
Jer, I'm telling you, a lot of times it's a lot tougher watching than it is playing.
tough shot here.
Wow. Look at this 9 for the match.
Oh boy.
Which
Give
pocket?
the players a chance, please.
Either one. No pocket in the middle of the rail.
Cutting it into the bottom left corner. He's missed it. Oh, look at the celebration. Nick Vandenberg. Ekonopoulos. Wow. They clutched victory from the jaws of defeat, Jerry, and the crowd lets you know how big that point is. It's a 6-5 lead to Team Europe.
You want drama? You want close matches? You want the Mosconi Cup? Stay with us. This night is just getting started, and it's going to be unbelievable.
Devil's Cut is a more intense bourbon that we unlocked from the barrel wood. The result is a smooth, slightly sinister bourbon. And it ain't for choir boys. Jim Beam, Devil's Cut.
Welcome to the next round, served up by Jim Beam. I am Scoop Jackson, here with Miss Carmelita Jeter and Mr. Colin Hanks. Bold choice, who are you rolling with, the Knicks or the Nets?
The uniform, baby.
You
gotta
rolling,
run with the Brooklyn. Gotta run.